What is quick gameplay of Friday the 13th, and this one's going to be smoking gameplay, and it is going to be a relationship talk video. Baseball bat. Now, this one is going to be pretty much dealing with how do you deal with, being depressed and feeling alone. Because everyone who's either going through a breakup or, who've been, separated from someone for a very long time goes through that same, that same stage and style of depression, which is, feeling like, you're unwanted and alone and a whole lot of negative feelings about yourself. In this one, I'm going to be pretty much sharing, like, how you can, because here's one thing to let anyone know. It's like that stuff won't go away. I mean, if you want to get rid of the depression and alone feeling, you have to replace that with someone who's gonna be there. That's the only way to get rid of it. But in this advice, I'm gonna be pretty much telling you how you can tolerate it and or deal with it, because it's really hard too, and it's not fun. But if you can, and if you can get over it, then there you go. But now, one of the things to help you, get over the whole depression feeling and feeling alone is generally trying to hang out with friends, family. Now, if you don't have very many friends or family that you can actually spend time with, then what you should do is try to find hobbies, whether it be, doing YouTube or playing video games or, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever. Something to help you get your mind off of it. And physical exercise generally does help. Physical exercise actually has been one of the leading causes that people have found that will help alleviate depression. Other than just, being around people. Because sometimes, if you're a lot like I am, being around people generally won't do it for you. Because, the way you feel is like, so overwhelming that even what they're doing for you, well, technically not even for you, because most of the time, people I'm around, I'm usually doing shit for them instead of, like, the other way around. Something I've gotten used to. Kind of a thing. But, just trying to focus on something other than how you're feeling.
Holy shit, is that a dead body?
Because trust and believe me, not at all isn't going to go away, and it ain't going to make it feel any better. Matter of fact, it'll make you feel a lot worse. I found 3 of those so far. Shit, that's crazy. But, sitting there wallowing in it ain't going to make it go away or make it feel better. And overall, getting rid of the whole alone and lonely feeling. The only way that's gonna go away, quite literally, is if you find that one person that makes you happy, which is one of the hardest things in the world to do. But if you're actually lucky enough, you gotta cherish it and be happy. Man, I want to find me some tapes. Now, what do you do when you're depressed, but yet you have no one to talk to? No one that you could actually confide in, or explain how you feel or why you feel this way, because either A, you literally have quite literally nobody around, or B, the people that are around generally don't give two flying fucks about your opinion or how you feel, or it's you're only important at that moment in time kind of person, which then means all your time is spent pretty much helping others or making others feel better, while you are sitting there pretty much feeling completely and totally empty up until you're actually helping somebody. Which is the kind of person that I actually kind of am, because honestly, like, the only time I actually don't feel depressed anymore nowadays is generally when I'm helping people or doing things for people. It's the only thing that helps me get my mind off of my problems, which in turn I don't enjoy too much, because after I'm done helping, I'm still depressed again. It's like all the feelings and emotions come all right flooding back, and it sucks. And so, you shouldn't like seek that as a form to make yourself happy. Because in doing so, you're just gonna make yourself even more miserable, because you're sitting there relying on, you making other people happy, fulfill your emptiness. And trust me, there's not gonna be enough people in the world for that to, work. Shit, I'm gonna die. Come on, Jason.
Why won't you
Fuck
fucking
you.
die?
But yeah, don't sit there and let, shit like that kind of like, fucking tape. Yes. Now I can die without having to worry. Sweet. Let's see here. Come on, wait. Yeah, you got me. Got me while I'm taking a hit. Son of a bitch. Oh well. I got me a tape though, I don't care. But yeah, don't be one of those people who, what you do is you seek out to make people feel better, because at the end of the day, after, everyone's gone and you're there by yourself, all those feelings come back. Trust me. I know. I suffer from it every single day. But, I kind of can't help the person that I am. My life will always be, I'm gonna end up being alone, and I can already see that my purpose is to pretty much raise my son on my own, and pretty much show people that fathers can do it without breaking down and becoming pieces of shit.
No!
Because in this day and age, young women just want to be able to have fun. Older women want younger men. So it's like, it's a quandary. It sucks. And being 27, not that old, but then at the same time being a father of a handicapped son, it's like, oh, there comes some work. At least that's how they view it. I've already been told by one woman that I actually kind of had a thing for at one point in time. But, you should never give up on that, though, because you might find somebody. Some people, not so much. Some people pretty much almost seem like they're destined to be alone, but other people are quite lucky in that aspect. But I still believe that, you should never give up on it, because at the same time, if you do, how miserable would you think you'd be if you actually, just gave up and never actually tried to, get with somebody ever again? My circumstances is a little different. I have a single father who's taking care of a handicapped son who, I don't have very much help from family members except for like one who is my grandmother, and she's not going to be around very much longer. She's either A, going to be dying here soon, or B, moving. So the one reliable family member that I actually have is going to be gone, so And so it's gonna be back to pretty much relying 24/7 on myself. So I won't really have a babysitter. So going out and meeting women isn't gonna happen. Because I already know for a fact my dad won't watch my son while I go out on a date or while I go out and meet women. So that ain't gonna happen. The whole, ever, just going out period ain't gonna happen because I don't want to, like, pay for a random babysitter to come into my house and watch my son. Because, one, I don't trust some random stranger coming into my house. Even with me having security cameras. Not fucking worth it. But yeah, it never goes away. The feeling. It just honestly never really goes away. I mean, if you're lucky enough to find somebody, yeah, it will go away, but that's only if you're lucky enough to do that. But being able to deal with it on a daily basis while knowing that, either you won't or, it may take a long time, then, that's where this advice comes in handy. Just try to stay as positive as possible. Try to find anything anything positive to help keep your mind occupied. You know, like okay, if you're a parent, if you're a single parent, your kids will help a lot. Trust and believe me, like my son helps me a lot when it comes to getting like negative shit off my mind. Because I just think about like how he'll look at me or how I'll look to him if I'm like always sad or if I'm crying or if like I'm just acting a certain way. I don't want my son to see that. So, it kind of helps. And then seeing him smile, laugh, and enjoy life, that also helps quite a bit when it comes to the way I feel. Because then seeing him happy and laugh and giggle, shows me that, I'm doing a good job and that he's happy. And in truth, that's all that fucking matters. At least to me, because for me, making people happy has always been my number one goal. The people around me always has been my goal to be, happy, period. And, it's just, it does suck when it comes to just the constant thought process of, oh, am I going to be alone forever? What's wrong with me? What else? Yeah, I generally only have like one that pops in my head. It's like, yeah, I'm probably going to be alone forever. That's the one that pops in my head. But most of my other friends that I've talked to who pretty much suffer from the same thing, you know, they don't think of that one. They're more of like the self reflective ones of like, what did I do wrong or what's wrong with me kind of thing. Like I know there's nothing technically wrong with me. I'm not a psycho person. I don't like check phones or emails or anything because I really don't give a shit. But at the same time, I don't take no shit either. So. Stretch. But yeah, and always trying like it, and if you're lucky enough to have a lot of friends, your friends will definitely be there for you, and you can always confide in somebody if you're one of those lucky people. Take advantage of it. If you have good family connections and good family ties, take advantage of it because not many people have that. Like like me and my father talk maybe once a month, twice a month, very rarely. Same thing with me and my brother. Me and my uncle never talk. Uh, Me and my mom, like last time I talked to my mom, shit, I can't even remember when that was. That was months ago. Last time she even messaged me back. Most of my family members I don't really talk to except for like my grandparents. Yeah, pretty much that. Pretty much that it. My grandparents, my grandma Linda and my grandma Edie. Those are the only two people I actually. Oh God, cocksucker! Really? I really don't want to be Jason.
Find them.
I'm sorry, guys, but I don't like being fucking Jason. At least not when I'm doing a video. It's fucking annoying. I apologize. But yeah, it is just crazy though. So take advantage of that. If you do have people to talk to, that will help. And always take advantage of talking, because talking makes things always makes things better, no matter what. Especially if it might be something you might not feel like talking about too much. Uh-huh. There it goes. But yeah, always take advantage of it. If you actually have people to talk to people. If you don't, then that's when, having hobbies and, finding things to do, finding things to preoccupy your mind come in handy. Because if, you're sitting there and you're, just wallowing in depression and loneliness and shit, you're gonna be miserable and it ain't fun. Trust me, believe me on that one. And sitting there, deflecting on yourself and going, oh yeah, this, oh yeah, that, or oh yeah, this, or oh yeah, that, and it's all negative stuff about yourself, that's just gonna make you feel even worse. You should try to, like, go, okay, well, I'm a handsome man, or I'm a beautiful young lady, you know, I'm not a cheater, or, I'm not this, or I'm not that, you know, try to always think positively, and it will kind of help. Not by much, but it will help. It'll keep you from breaking down and losing your shit. But, you always gotta just be careful. You always gotta think about, not just like the negative. And it's hard, because that's what depression is. It's just like constant downpour of, like, negativity and, just delusions of, putting yourself down. Like, damn, I don't think anyone else is gonna join. But, always try to find that one source of, something to kind of help, like, take your mind off of shit. When you can do that, when you can find something that just takes your mind off of it, then, have at it. Because when you're sitting there and, you're alone and, you're just, like, letting it all just come down on you, you're gonna be so unhappy, it's not even funny. And the fucked up part is, with all the shit that I've dealt with, I've pretty much been in that state for quite some time now. To be honest, it's like, on a daily, it's like I break down. Well, not break down, but more of like I go through my normal stages, I build myself back up, and then, I start to make myself feel a little bit better by going, yeah, there, there's nothing wrong with me in this sense, this sense, this sense, all, all my relationships that did fail didn't fail because of me, mainly failed because of, all my exes either were cheats or liars, and, you know, they may have broken up with me, but it was like, they saved me from having to be with someone who's going to continuously cheat on me and or lie to me. And fuck it, that shit. But, that's just the thing. Dealing with it is fucking bullshit. But when you deal with it and you can get through it, and it's something that, strengthens you, It does, but at the same time, you gotta be aware that, it just doesn't stop. It's a constant. It's just like a river. And, you just gotta make sure the dam that you build is a pretty sturdy one. Oh shit.
I gotta find the others.
The funny thing is, one of the sources of my depression is actually fucking messaging me just now. It's kind of funny. It's like, people will call you their friend or pretend to be nice or like they get it from you. It's like you're null and void. It's like you don't exist. And or in my sense with, my ex that I'm dealing with, she still proceeds to ask me for fucking help and ask me for fucking a whole lot of other shit. It's like, what the fuck? Quite literally, you're gonna sit there and ask me for shit all the fucking time? And not just that ex, fucking both my exes. Like, both of them, like, continuously, like, won't leave me alone. It's like, how is it that I'm gonna even be able to find a new girlfriend with the fact that both my old ones won't leave me the fuck alone? One of them is understandable because she's the mother of my son, but the other one she's just coming off as like a psycho stalker. What the fuck? Yeah, that's just not normal at all. I hate it when people do that. But yeah, she's coming off as like a fucking psycho stalker. Fuck that shit. Oh, I stepped in my own damn trap. I was worried about that. I knew I should have fucking... I should have locked the goddamn door beforehand. Really? I wanted to lock the door. Son of a bitch. Oh well. And I know there's no health spray in here, so I'm kinda fucked. Oh well. Fuck it. Yeah, I find it funny though that, I oh God, can you just leave me alone? Jesus. You sit there and ignore her messages. She's still messaging me. Sammy K. Hi, what's up, Sammy? Really? Because he never came in after he turned the lights off. Damn it. But yeah, it is just funny that the fact that I have to continuously deal with both my exes. Dealing with one would not be that bad, but dealing with two, it's like, yeah, that's great. So I can just imagine, me finding a girl and me being on a date or something, and all of a sudden my phone sits there just going off and off and off and off, and I go, who's that? Old lady? It's like, no, it's actually more of two of my exes who, won't leave me alone. Shit, fucked up. At that point in time, I can tell you that much. The date would definitely end. Oh shit. Ooh, she got the gun. She's gonna be fucking people up. Oh, Jesus God. It's like, I can sit there and be honest with her and tell her exactly, how I feel and shit. It's like, still don't get through to her. She still sits there and fucking says, she loves me and shit. She broke up with me. Makes no fucking sense. But this is what it's like. I've contemplated like several times to shut my damn phone off. And I mean like permanently shut it the fuck off. Like screw it. It's like the funny thing, it's weird. It's like almost any woman that I deal with, whether I'm with them or whether I'm not with them, it seems that as if like any woman that comes in my life seems like it's like a terminal threat. Like with my son's mom, like she constantly had an issue with this woman who used to come over and hang out with my dad. She was my dad's friend, but for some odd reason she just fucking had it. She always wanted to fight with her for some odd reason, constantly. Made no sense. And after she and I after she broke up and she left and she did all her shit, and I got with my now current ex, which they're both, both doing the same shit, but the entire time I was with my other ex, my son's mom was like pissed off. There's like no getting along with her. She's always mean to me. She's always arguing with me. She was always, it was just no fun. Like, I couldn't have a conversation, a good, peaceful conversation with her to save my life. But now that I'm no longer with my ex now, it's like, my son's mom is now being nice to me. She wants to be friends and shit like that. It's like, no, I know exactly what you wanted. You just want to try to take me back. And I was right. She actually did try to take me back. She sat there and said, "Oh, I miss you. Everything I did was a mistake. I regret everything." It's like, yeah, but you still did it. And I'm not gonna let you do it to me again. Fuck that bullshit. Did it to me once, you're gonna do it to me again. I don't give a fuck. it's like, and I have to deal with her because of the fact that she's my son's mom. That's it. All my other exes, I don't really talk to or have anything to do with. I have no issue with them, but at the same time, it's like, I see no point on talking to them. They're exes, you know what I mean? An ex is an ex for a reason. But it's like, holy fucking shit. It's like, anytime that I start even talking to, that's not good. Like, fuck that. Not like I'm gonna do anything, or like, it's like they automatically think that woman's gonna have an interest in me. It's like, bitch, please. If you don't have an interest in me, or this woman don't have an interest in me, you think this one's gonna have an interest in me? Fuck no. Like, come the fuck on. I find it funny. And that's what I'm dealing with this fucking ex. She thinks like any woman that I even talk to or remotely hang out with, which any woman I've ever hung out with has had a boyfriend. I can even tell her that and it don't matter. It's like, oh, you choose me. It's like, what the fuck? How are we gonna be happy if this person has a boyfriend? It's like, most of the people I know are all couples. So it's like, I don't see how, that's gonna happen. But, okay. Fucking makes no sense. Okay. Yeah, it's like, whoa, that's cool looking.
Yes. Is this the police? We're the kids at Camp Crystal Lake. He's killing
But
everyone.
yeah, it is a very, very, very funny predicament that I find myself in all the time. I'm just hoping here soon that, like, my ex, Isa, just stops messaging me and leaves me the fuck alone. Which ain't gonna fucking happen, apparently. I can literally tell her, it's like, okay, I'm going to sleep, or whatever, and, like, she'll just continuously still message me. It's like, what the fuck? That she stalks my Facebook. Fucking looks at every single thing that I fucking, like, post and like and share and shit. It's like, what the fuck? Oh god, really? See what I mean? 3 messages and I haven't even fucking written her once. It's like, holy shit. How much you want to bet she's gonna go before like a whole minute goes by? Yeah, now she's proceeding to tell me that she's gonna get married to somebody. It's like, oh, that's nice. Why are you telling me this shit? It's like, why is it that you... She can go ahead and try to make me jealous all she wants. It ain't gonna work. I don't personally give a shit. She ends up being happy. She ends up being happy. Then none of my problem. It also means hope. Maybe he'll start leaving me alone. That's horrible. That's what I should write her. It's like, oh, does that mean you'll leave me alone now? Let's see how she likes this one. Now how much you want to bet she's gonna be writing back pretty damn quickly. squish. Dead. And there she is. But anyways, I think I'm going to call it a video now. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope everyone has a great day, a great night, a great evening, all that great shit. You know exactly what I mean.
Time to come home.
Catch me for my next one. Later, guys.